Welcome back to ESPN FC. Well, two host nations were in action today. Canada were in action earlier on as they took on Bosnia and Herzegovina. Here are some of the scenes we saw after Kyle Larin came on in the second half and just needed 2 minutes to score a much-needed equalizer because Canada was trailing at that point by just a goal to nil. The game ended 1-1. So still celebrations for the Canadians because they were able to rescue a point. But Jürgen, would they be looking at this as a big opportunity missed?
Yeah, might be the case, yeah. But when you go a goal down, obviously you're happy, then you equalize and you have at least one point. You don't lose the opening game. Ideal is to win your opening game, get 3 points no matter how. So yeah, it could hit them in the next 2 games.
Herc?
Yeah, I agree with Jürgen with the sentiment of you're coming back from being a goal down. And you are also have to think about you're a nation that's never won a World Cup game. You're a nation that's fairly young when it comes to World Cups and World Cup performances. But given what you did in this game, the opportunities you created, the 3 points were there for the taking, and you couldn't do it at home. And now, this group is maybe now for the taking for that second spot because we must all assume the Swiss are probably going to be that first spot. Bosnia's there. Qatar, who knows what could happen. It's an opportunity missed.
Are you looking at it like that, JJ, or are you kind of proud that it was Canada that dealt the last blow and was able to get a goal back and rescue that point?
Yeah, I think it is the point that you have to be happy at the end that you get your point. But like I'm going with Herc, is like that you have to look into and say, okay, how many chances we created, but how many chances we put away. So, and that's something where you look later on and you go like, damn it, because we don't know what the rest games will say. But in that case that you look, I think tonight or as late as after the game when you sit in the bus back to the hotel, you look at it and go, this was a game we should win with the chances we had. Now we have to be happy with the point and hope. Let's hope that if we not at the end sit here and say, damn it, had we won in that game against Bosnia, maybe we had the chance to go in the next round.
Yeah, I think with Jermaine, that's a great point, is that you're going to look at this and say, the point's good if you build off of it and get the next win. If it's a mistake and you now are under the, behind the 8 ball and trying to figure out what do we do now with still some difficult matches. Yeah. So yeah, it's an opportunity lost because they were the better team. And when you create that many chances, you have to take advantage of that and win.
But that's also a positive factor.
It's a positive, for sure.
Because they were the better team. They created more chances. Right. They had a more opportunity. Yeah. You played a team that left Italy at home.
Yes.
Don't forget that Bosnia and Herzegovina kind of left Italy, and that hurts me, because.
Of course.
But it is really it's a difficult team to play.
Yeah.
It's a difficult team to kind of,
Yeah. I completely agree with what you're saying. I mean, Bastoni left Italy at home, but I agree with what you're saying. This is a team that did what they needed to do to get here. That said, if you're playing at home and you create that many chances, you're thinking to yourself, if you're Canada, what else do we need to do? They're looking for their first World Cup win. I think as a whole for the program, it's an opportunity missed, but I agree with Jürgen. Jesse Marsh is probably thinking, I like what we did here. I think we can build on what we did here.
Man, poor Italy. They're not even here and they're catching strays. Imagine that. I think it's going to be a long time before they stop catching strays. All right, well, let's have a look at the results now all across the board from the 3 host nations. We know that Mexico kicked things off against South Africa. They got a triumphant 2-0 win, which saw Raul Jimenez finally get that World Cup goal that he so deserves over in Group B. As we said, Canada 1-1 with Bosnia and Herzegovina. And then Group D, the USA with quite the big win, 4-1 over Paraguay. Now, I must ask, I suppose, who really had the best opening game? I guess we can kick Canada out of that question, but guys, is this a rhetorical question at this point? It's the USA, isn't it?
Well, if you think of the way that South Africa gifted Mexico the first goal and then kind of dropped defensively and didn't continue to put on the pressure, we saw the U.S. earn the first goal, granted own goal, but then they didn't just back off and say, okay, let's just defend this 1-goal lead. Let's step on the gas here and put this out of touch by halftime.
I mean, Kasey, I have to follow up with you because I do know how you've spoken time and time again about how it's Gio Reyna that brings that X factor. But because of the season he has had, there were so many doubts surrounding him. Did he just silence all those doubts now and remind us who he is?
Well, and I think this is what Pochettino saw. He saw it in friendlies leading up to this, that he is an option that can give you something that maybe somebody else can't. It wasn't necessarily needed today, but you see that if you're pushed and you need a goal late in the game, Gio can come on and be a difference maker.
Jürgen, who had the best result or best performance overall?
No, the best performance, absolute by far, the U.S. By far. I mean, this is a brilliant performance, one of the most wonderful performances we've seen since a long, long time. And they should get every compliment in the world. But at the same time, you know, if Mexico starts with a win, 3 points, you know, at Azteca Stadium, into the tournament, that creates a huge hype as well. So that gives them also confidence. That gives them also, and that's what I think Mexico needs really in a World Cup. They need to believe that they can go far. And so for them, I mean, yesterday, you know, I saw their defense streaming out of the Coliseum. There was a watch party with 50,000 people. You know,
you tried to join, didn't you?
I tried to, and they were dancing like they won the World Cup already. But it's awesome. It's awesome because it gives also, I mean, the players, they're watching that on TV as well, or social media nowadays, and it gives them trust in themselves. It gives them confidence, and so it's a very positive start for Mexico, but especially for the United States.
JJ?
Yeah, I will go with the US. I think with the ball, against the ball, I think you saw an amazing performance. But then there's other teams that are what I saw too. Like I like the game from South Korea, how they played and how they created chances. I think we talked about it. Canada played a good game. They don't score, but they had a lot of good games. I think Mexico, the same way, played a good game. There's some excited games, but I think so far, if we had to pick one, I think with the ball and against the ball, with the goals we scored, the chances we used, you have to say the US had definitely the best game.
They had the most complete performance. If you look at Mexico, Mexico left a lot on the table with a South African team that was 2 men down. And when they had the foot on the accelerator, couldn't really push it. And then they also had Cesar Montes, their center back, sent off, so he won't be available for South Korea. So if you look at as a whole, who had more of a complete performance, it is a rhetorical question. It's a bad question for you.
Oh, wow. First of all, our producers told me to put this question in, Herc. We have to just gas up the U.S. some more. Anyways, on that note, I have the absolute pleasure of kicking Herculez Gomez off of this set right now. He has to go
I'm a man of the people. I'm going with the people.
He has to go over and do our other show, Ahora o Nunca. If hearing this analysis in Espanol is your thing, make sure to head on over to ESPN Deportes to hear Herc speak some more drivel over there, but he'll just speak it in Spanish.